1 million followers, like 1 million clicks. 1 million clicks on the follow button for me.
But first, I want to show you where it all began.
Believe that I'm actually making this, but it's about my 1 million followers on TikTok. Wow, thank you so much for that. Like, I actually can't put it into words how grateful I am. Like, I don't really think I've processed it myself at the minute. 1 million followers, like 1 million clicks. 1 million clicks on the follow button for me. What? Like, I don't know what to say, so I thought I would make a video about like my journey to 1 million. You could say I manifested it, but that's for another video, so keep an eye out for that. There's been a lot of things that I've done over like my teenage years and my early teens, and things that I've done that have got me to where I am today and that kept me going. Things that didn't do so well that led me to another route. It all makes sense now, like why things didn't work out the way they did sometimes, and why other things did work out, because like look where I am now. Like I'm so excited for my future, but there comes a time when you're young and you're not excited because you're worried, and I've always been that person that's worried about my future, because you know, you're not guaranteed a career in this, are you really? So in this video I just want to talk to you and like show you a bit of my journey so far, because there's a lot more to come.
To earn my stripes I'd have to pay and bare my soul.
I will say it was not easy getting to where I am at all. It may look easy on this end now with the product. You may have heard the story of how I kind of started on TikTok, but if you haven't, how I began on TikTok was because I didn't want people to see what I was doing I didn't want people to see me, but I knew that social media was like gonna be obviously like really important whenever you're trying to like be successful nowadays. Like I think social media is really important and you need that, but back in the day, a few years ago, I started whenever it was Musical.ly and it was dying out and stuff like that, because I knew people wouldn't really find out, and I wouldn't have to like listen to people, and I wouldn't have to like I was like, just don't talk to me because I don't want to know. And like when you're that age and people say things to you, you're like, go away from me. So that is where I began kind of my TikTok, was Musical.ly, and then it changed to TikTok when TikTok took over, and I had about 11,000 followers then. And I will do another video on this if you want, but this is just a really quick story because it's not really, I don't really like this part, but yeah, then TikTok and people started to find out in my school, and at that point I was already like at 10,000 followers, 11,000 followers, so I was like, you know what, this is what I want to do, I'm going to do it, and I promised myself that I would stick at it, and I'm so grateful that I did, because look at where I am right now. Couldn't be happier. Living my best, like I'm living what I've imagined for so long.
You're the only one who can up and run, leave me just as empty as the day you came. You hold all the cards, all the broken hearts strung over your shoulder till it's all in vain. And only you know the strength of your teeth, the washing the weight of your pocket so deep and lonely.
So I will go back to kind of the beginning, and I remember back in first year, second year, like the beginning of secondary school, I was like, right, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel and I'm gonna post videos to it. And I did. I made a YouTube channel and I posted singing videos to it.
This is Can I Be Him by James Arthur.
But people started to find out, and obviously I took them down like immediately, because I just, you know, in school, and those like the people that are like I couldn't be dealing, didn't want to deal with that. I just blocked it out, deleted the videos, moved on with my life.
Suddenly the sun comes up and I feel my love flooding back again.
And I don't regret not doing that, but it's just the way it was in school. at that time, and it was not a nice time, and people weren't nice, and like that was just that was how it was. After that I tried again with YouTube. I always thought YouTube was so like not for me, and I couldn't be on YouTube and blah 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 blah, like stuff like that. But that was things I was telling myself, like no one else was telling me that. It was myself saying I couldn't do that because I was scared of what other people would think, or I would be this, that and the other. Like I was kind of blocking myself in a way. It didn't stop me from singing and acting, never mind. I still had like everything else outside of school and musicals and my agent and all the things like that, so I was still working towards a bigger goal.
And if I'm being honest, it might have been a nightmare to anyone who might care. Thought I could fly, so I stepped off the golden.
After that, I remember in like around GCSE times, I made a private YouTube channel, and I made these like videos for my friends, and they were really fun to make, and I loved editing them, and no one to this day ever really knows about them apart from a certain number of girls that I was friends with.
Going with the beach thing, let's go now. Follow me! Oh yeah? I changed my shades. She changed her shades, oh she means business.
We would watch them religiously, and they were like fun, they were joke videos, they were funny videos, but the way I edited them, and I loved it. It was part of my, oh, I just loved it. But like if anyone else found them, like they were so like extremely embarrassing now, and I have them to look back on still, but no one else will know what they are. That was me just enjoying like editing my YouTube videos, and like that is what I want to do. But at that time I didn't want to post them publicly. I didn't want to make real videos, because I knew that other people would find them, and I was just still not like ready for that, you know.
Things just take way too much of my energy. I look up and the whole room's spinning. You will take my cares away.
After this time, I actually wanted to post on Facebook. I posted some singing videos there.
You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. For it, I could fly.
They got really good responses from like friends and family, and I was actually like showing it to friends and family. Like, what? I don't even do that. I don't even do that now. I just avoided it at all costs because I still don't like. If you know me, you know that like I don't want to see you listening to me. Like, say if you brought up a video on your phone and you're beside me, like I will fall out with you. Like, you don't play that in front of me. That's just how it is. That I'm weird like that, because you can happily watch this video when I'm not there. I just don't want to know. I guess it's because I can watch it myself if I wanted to. That's like my thing. And those Facebook videos did really well. They gave me like a really good boost about like posting on social media and stuff. But this whole school thing, people never really live it down, do they? In school, it's like it's always boys though. It's never like, all my friends were so supportive, like as per, still are amazing friends, love them. But certain people in your year, then you're just like, shut up. Just certain people, and you know the type of people I'm on about. Small-minded people, that's what I'm thinking about here. Those type of people, and now I just block them out because like, who are they, you know?
Seasons change and our love went cold. Feed the flame cause we can't let it go. Run away while we're running in circles. Run away, I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take the blame.
And this leads me back up to full circle to the Musical.ly TikTok. Finally decided to post to Musical.ly because at that time I knew that it was dying out. People my age weren't using it, but I knew that there was a younger audience, and I always like always had an idea of children's TV for me. And I posted singing videos and stuff.
I can't write one song that's not about you. Just take your time to Something that you makes me. What was all of it for?
And it was not very slow. I didn't see any real progression for such a long time there either. Like, it was so slow. I didn't do it all the time. I wasn't like committed and stuff, but I knew that if I kept doing it, it would go somewhere. Then I heard the news that Musical.ly was changing to TikTok because the Chinese company had bought it and they were changing it. And I thought, what is TikTok? Like, what is this? But Vine had just died and I thought, well, this is obviously going to be the new Vine. This is obviously going to be like the new thing that people will use, because Vine was such a good app, but like it was more, I don't think my age group really like none of us really watched Vines. Like I would watch Vines on YouTube now, but like it's not Vine, is it? So I thought, yeah, I kind of have to stick to this now because like there's a new app coming in and like it could be big.
If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song.
Continued with posting singing videos, posting blah 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 blah. And once TikTok started to like get a name for itself, where people were like, what's TikTok? Do you have TikTok? What's TikTok? I would just stay silent. Like, I would not let my friends touch my phone because there was singing videos on my camera roll. There was like the actual TikTok app, and people were like, what's TikTok? Like, people were so against it. I remember my friend, one of my friends at a sleepover was like, Emma, why do you have TikTok on your phone? And I nearly died. I nearly died because I was like, oh, it's nothing. Like, I couldn't even let my friends know about these things because I just had this like fear of judgment probably. But I was still confident. The fact that I was even posting, I knew I was confident, but I just didn't want my friends to know because I didn't want to talk about it. I like talking to myself about it. Like, I like to keep my business, you know. And I remember the day that people in my year found out that I had TikTok. I remember that day very clearly. On that day, I was in my business class. A few of the boys started saying that Emma White has TikTok. Don't know who specifically found out. Well, I think I have a fair idea. I have a fair idea. But I could not. I was like, rah. How did they know? But at that time, I did not really care that they'd find out because they could see that like I had a bit of a following. Like, I had 11,000 followers, I think it was, and at that time, at the beginning of TikTok, that was like, well, I was really proud of that. Like, I achieved that without telling nobody, without promoting myself, without that. Like, I've never promoted myself like that. I've never been like, can you go follow me? I've never said that, and I'm kind of proud of that, to be honest. I'm very proud of that. I did it all off my own back. And I'm really proud I can say that, you know. Not to be like bragging here, but I kind of am. I know I kind of am, but I'm proud of it. I remember telling my two best friends at the time because I was like, yeah, they need to know before anyone else tells them. And then people were talking about it at lunchtime, and I just, that day still stays in my head. But it didn't stop me. I went on. It kind of made, like, see from that point on, it made me more determined to keep going. I was like, right, this is fine. I'm gonna actually like go with this and see where it goes, and I'm so glad that I did, because where I am now.
If I love you was a promise, would you break it if you're honest?
Continuing on the story, I continued posting on TikTok for some time, building up my followers. Then I went to London for the musical theatre and continued posting on TikTok as much as I could. I knew, like, you know, TikTok could be big, and it was growing like really fast. And then lockdown, I think lockdown really boosted TikTok for everyone, and I shot up. I went to 100,000 followers, and then by the end of the year I had 800,000 followers, and things were just so well. Like, business was booming. Well, should I say in present tense, business is booming. And I was so proud of how far I came even then. But around like October to December, things were like slowing down on TikTok for me. And then when January rolls around, my manifesting really like kicked off for the new year, and this will be a completely different video, but I'm just going to mention this quite lightly, that I have this like journal. I'll talk about it in the video, and I wrote down some of my goals for 2021, and one of them was to reach 1 million followers on TikTok, and I did not expect to hit it so quick, like so fast. 4 months, we're 23rd of April 2021, I hit 1 million followers on TikTok. I cannot, but like we're a third of the way through the year and I hit 1 million followers on TikTok. Like, what is next? That was one of my major goals for all of 2021, and the fact that I've already hit it, you don't understand how happy I am right now. Like, if you were me, you would, but you're not, so I'm sorry, but you can't understand like how happy I am right now. And I'm kind of emotional. Like, I do feel a bit emotional making this video, just like bringing back all those memories of like times that I, you know, would have, well, I'm not a quitter, I've never been a quitter, but you know, I could have so easily just said, no, I'll pack it in, stop that, but I didn't. I hope that gives you some insight of how like my journey to 1 million followers on TikTok, like this has been no fast process, this has been no overnight thing, this has not been easy at all, but one thing I will say is when you do start to see results, say when I remember when I even hit 100k, like that was a big moment for me, and just seeing the numbers continue to grow, like, oh, you don't understand how happy it makes me feel. Like, it's such a great feeling, and the opportunities that I've had over the past year, especially with my growth, and so much more coming this year, like it's unbelievable. And I just wanted to make this video for anyone that like is looking at me now and being like, I'll never be able to achieve that, because that's your mindset and it's literally not the way to think. If you're a singer or you're posting videos and you don't have that many followers, one day before I had the same amount of followers as you, so that is why I'm making this video, because I want to like let you know, keep going, because that's what I had to do. Like, if I was you right now, I could have just give up and I could have never got this. I will see you in the next video, and thank you so much again. Thank you for helping me reach such a massive goal. My dreams are my reality at the minute, so thank you very much for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.